Hi students, Assalamualaikum and greetings. So this is the second chapter of your MKT243 on the marketing environment. So in this chapter, what we're going to learn are basically two things. The first one, the external marketing environment, and secondly, the corporate social responsibility. So I hope you have understand whatever explanation that I have told you in the first chapter. So in this second chapter, we're going to learn everything related to the 4 P's, okay, that we have learned in chapter 1. So let's get started. Now, the marketing environment is actually the factors, and also the forces which is outside the marketing that affect marketing management's ability to build and also maintain a successful relationship with the customers. So basically, all these environments, okay, including all those factors that we're going to learn later on, basically there are 5 of them, okay. So these factors affects in every way of your 4 P's, okay. So the factors are the social and demographic, economic, political and legal, technology, and also the competitors. So bear in mind that all these are the macro environment, also known as the external marketing environment. Alright, so how do I remember this? Basically, I will put it into PEST, P-E-S-T and C. Okay, the PEST C. So that is how I normally remember the 5 macro environment of the marketing. P, political and legal. E, economic. S is social and demographic. And also T are the technologies, right? And lastly, C is the competitor. Now, let's look at the first factor, which is social. Now, social, okay, includes the cultural environment that consists of the institutions and also other forces that affect a society's basic values, perceptions, and also behavior. All right, so social is among people, right, among the market. Now, there is what we call the core beliefs and also values, which are persistent and they are passed from one generation to another generation, all right, basically from the parents to the children, and it is being enforced, okay, by school, the churches, all right, businesses as well as the government. So core belief or values are basically things that come from home, okay, of some institutions, while the secondary beliefs and also values are more open to changes, right, which includes people's view of themselves, right, people's view of the others, the organization, society, nature, and also the universe. Now, when you talk about the people's view of themselves, okay, especially there are very huge differences between the Americans, okay, and also the Eastern people. When you talk about people, that varies in terms of their emphasis on serving themselves versus serving the others. So there are people that willing to sacrifice everything for the others, especially their family members. So this is actually the culture or the people's view about the society or the market in the Eastern countries like China, Japan, including Malaysia. Okay, while those people who are in the Western countries, especially in the United States and also the European countries, they are very independent and also self-centered. That means what they do are actually for the things of their own, okay, and for the benefits of themselves. They will always put themselves first, then they put to the others. Unlike in the Eastern society, okay, they will put others first, then they put to themselves or the individuals. Now, the second one is the people's view of the others, right? So when you look at other people, okay, or certain group of people, okay, or society, there are some people who are more cocooning. Cocooning here means they will love to stay at home, okay, and they wanted to have meals that are cooked at home, while the others could be very what they call it, not cocooning, meaning to say they would like to go outside, all right, they love to go outside and enjoy being outside the home. Next, people's view of the organization, which you can see that how people sees an organization in terms of their loyalty. All right. So actually there are declining trend, yeah, of the loyalty towards companies. That's why you can see a lot of people, they typically don't stay in one particular company for a very long period. Typically they will just stay for 5 years, all right, or 3 years, and then after that they would like to go to another place, okay, to have a new environment, okay, or they would prefer to just not staying in the same company for too long. Next one, people's view of the society. Okay, so there are three categories here, which are the patriots, the reformers, and also the malcontents. Patriots, they will normally defend the country. This is how they will see the nationalists. Yeah? The nationalists, their loyalties are towards the country. While the reformers, they wanted to change it. These reformers are the one who bring new, what they call it, more liberal, right? They would like to change something, and they are called the reformers. While some others are the malcontents. The malcontents are the one who are rebellious. They are complainers normally, and what they do, they don't want to stay in the country. They just wanted to go somewhere else. Next, still under the social factor, yeah. Now, there are also view on the nature. Okay, some people feel that they are ruled by the nature. Okay, some people feel in the harmony in the nature. Okay, within the nature, while some others will seek to master in terms of how they go about knowing and understanding the nature. While there's also a view on the universe itself, especially in terms of spirituality. Yeah? So some will renew interest in their spirituality, while the others might want to develop more permanent values towards the family, community, earth, faith, and also the ethics. So how do these particular all views, okay, affects the marketing? That is why you can see that, let's say when you talk about this particular example, yeah, people who wanted to stay at home and they wanted to cook home meals. So that is when increasing demand for Netflix, iFlix, okay, in-home entertainment, because they will love to stay at home. Of course, because of this COVID-19, we are all asked to just stay at home, and that is why the product that is on demand is Netflix, iFlix, the Astro on demand, and so on. While the industry that is really badly affected with this COVID-19 is of course the movies, cinemas, right? So this affects how products are being offered to the customer. Because of the home cooked meal as well, people will want to just eat at home instead of dining outside. So those are the different products that can be offered to different types of people based on their social values here. When you talk about, let's say, on this particular view on nature, right? So that is when people now starting to demand for products that are friendly to the environment. Okay, what they call it, environmental friendly products or green products, organic products, okay, non-GMO products, okay. Those are actually products that can be offered, okay, while those products that are actually can harm the environment are no longer demanded. One good example is that the facial scrub, yeah. As you know, the microbeads in that particular scrub, okay, are actually harmful to the fish, okay, because when you wash your face or your body with that particular scrubs, right, the water filter, okay, the water filter will not be able to filter that particular microbeads. All right, that cause and the harm to the fish and also whatever sea creatures and the animalists, right? Those people who protect the animals has banned this particular product in the United States, right? So no longer offered. So what you can have is actually the sea salt scrubs, okay, whereby those scrubs are made from the salt, right? Because salt, when it is combined with water, then it will become diluted, okay, so it will not harm the environment anymore. So that is about the green products or the environmental friendly products. All right. Now, moving on to the demographics. Let me put myself away from them. Okay. So the demography, okay, the term demography is what they call the study of human populations, which includes people's size of population, okay, the density of the population, location, their age, gender, race, occupation, and also other statistics. Basically, this statistic includes all the biography of people. Okay, and this demographic environment will involve people, whereby people are make up of the markets. So you can see that in this particular demographics, okay, we're going to learn on the shift in age, family structure, geographic population, educational characteristics, and also population diversity. So let's first look at the shift in age. Look at this particular picture. There are baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, and also the Gen Zs. Let me put myself somewhere down here. Okay, so baby boomers are one group of people which we call them the market, yeah, which are considered as baby boomers. Later I will explain to you one by one what are their characteristics. Okay, so the shift in age, meaning to say, you can see that these baby boomers faces, okay, can you guess how old they are? Well, the generation X, the generation Y, and also the generation Z. So perhaps I'll be somewhere between Gen Y and also Gen X. Okay, so let's look at baby boomers. Okay, these baby boomers. Baby boomers are those people who are born between 1946 to 1964. Okay, if you might guess that this could be your granny, okay, or your grandmother, your grandfather, right? Where these are actually the most affluent customers. Why we say they are affluent? Because they have money. Because at this age, they already have finished working. Okay, they are on their pension and they already have saved a lot of money, and they have a lot of money now. Okay, and they also have the knowledge because they have been in this world for quite some time. All right, so they know what are the things that are happening around the world or at each and every era. Okay, they have the knowledge on that. So the baby boomers, what normally they will buy? Of course, they have their own house already now. Okay, so you will see that your grandfather, your grandmother, what would normally they do? They watch TV, isn't it? You don't see your grandfather or grandmother watch Netflix, right or not? They would normally watch TV3, TV1, especially RTM. They are so loyal to RTM, right? They have a lot of money. They normally, as their hobby, they don't play your Nintendos or PUBG, okay? They don't do that. What they do gardening, right? And they have pets and they take care of the pets very well. Well, pets are their most likely like their best friend. And the things that they eat are healthy products or healthy food because it's for their good health, right? And of course, they would spend also a lot on some medicine, okay, and also medical expenses as they are aging. They will need to run few medical checkup, okay, or eat some supplements. So this is about baby boomers. So as a marketer, when you see these baby boomers, when you are targeting or you are actually having a product and you think this product suitable for the baby boomers, so you should know how or what are the things that they would like to buy and how can you reach this particular baby boomers. Next is the Generation X. So Generation X includes those people who are born between 1965 to 1976. Basically, I think this could be your parents, right? So they are very cautious in terms of their economic outlook, right? They are less materialistic and they always put their family first. As you can see, your parents, perhaps, right? They, of course, they do work. They are working now. Okay, they are working now. They are actually trying to save a lot of money for your education, right? They are very sensitive to the price changes, especially when there is a big sale. They will want to buy. Okay, they will always put family first. Okay, they will also stay at home, watch TV with the family, right? And they value things that can be done together with the family. And most importantly, they are less materialistic. Okay, so uh, the products or the things that they buy is not just basically for materials, but what they are more concerned is the food for the family, okay, and the sustainability and the growth of the family members. Next one is the generation Y. Okay, now this generation Y, still in this demographic trend here, which is the shift in age. So this generation Y are also known as the millennials, all right, or Gen Y, or they are also known as the eco boomers, okay, which is the grandchildren of the baby boomers. So that's why they call it the eco boomers, okay, which are born between 1977 to 1995. Okay, so perhaps this could be your perhaps older brother. Okay, if you have some older brother, or me. Okay, I'm still in generation Y. Okay, so we are in generation Y. We are very comfortable with the technology. Okay, so you can see now I'm using this loom. When somebody suggested to me, Miss, why don't you use loom? Okay, so I use loom. So I am comfortable with technology. Okay, I can explore the technology, and typically I will engage, okay, this generation Y, they will engage with brands, okay, via the mobile, also the social media. All right, so we are always on the go, on the move. We are the one who are very comfortable with technology. We are concerned with this is not our heart, this is likes, okay. These people between 1977 and also 1995, they are concerned with likes, okay. So please like my video. Just kidding. So this one, they like to explore, okay. Generation Y, they like to explore, they like to go traveling around the world, right? And they typically do online shopping, and they are really bright. Bright means not face that is so bright and fair, yeah? No, in terms of their mind, okay. They are very open-minded as well, okay. They wanted to explore a lot of things, okay. They are accepting a lot of brands, a lot of products, and they think before they buy it. Next one, I think this is you, generation Z. Okay, so Generation Zs are those people who are born between 1996 to 2010. I bet this is you, okay, where you are the Gen Zers. Okay, the Gen Zers is the another name for the Generation Z lah. Okay, which make up the most important kids, tweens, and also teens market today. So you are the teenagers now, right? So you also represent tomorrow's market, because typically this particular Gen Z, they are the teenagers nowadays, okay. Some of them are not working yet, okay. Some are, yeah, already graduated now. What happened is that you know what you like to do, isn't it? So you trust influencers because their lives are relatable, where you can see this is a statistic done, yeah, by the agency Sparks. 63% of Gen Zs prefer to see real people in advertisement, okay. And Gen Z takes 8 seconds to decide whether content is worth your time or not, okay. And they are likely to give feedback or reviews online, where 44% show interest in contributing ideas to the brands. So you would like to suggest, you would like to give comments, okay. Some of you do some reviews, right, or comments on certain products, right. And 60% want to positively impact the future of the world and participate in the social activism, okay. Here the Gen Zs prioritize speed and also convenient, okay. If experience is positive, they will promote the brand. So you will like to click that share so much. The share button is like telling you, click me, you know, then you must click it if you actually like that particular brand, or you would like to share it with everybody. You might screenshot it, you show it to everybody, all right? And you also appreciate free shipping and delivery, special discounts, and also a flexible return policy. Okay, so these are generations Z. Now, it is why marketers try to look at different ages, okay, this shift in age, because they would like to do this generational marketing, okay, because you can't actually really look into one age and then that's it, you create a product just for those people who are age 10, You can't do that. It might not be profitable, okay? That's why even babies, right? When they created the formula milk for baby, it is not just for baby at month one, okay? Or baby at year one only drink this one. No, okay? What they normally do is that they have this range of age. Now, from this particular slide, okay, you can see on how generational marketing are being done. Okay, because they can see that we don't cover the builders. Yeah, builders are those people who before generation of baby boomers. Builders are also known the lost generation. Yeah, because these are the people who are actually after who survived at the World War II. Okay, you can see their slang terms, social markers, their iconic cars. Okay, perhaps what would they try to value here is that for the baby boomers, perhaps at that time it was Ford Mustang. Okay, while the Generation X, perhaps the Holden Commodore. While Generation Y may already introduced with the Toyota Prius, right? And while the Gen Z, as you, for example, you will see a lot of other new models of the car, right? In terms of their iconic toys, okay, you can see what do people at different generation would normally play with, okay. You know, Generation Alpha are those actually born after 2010 lah, okay. They are actually still kids nowadays at the preschools, and also yeah, 2010, and it's still in school, isn't it? Okay, in terms of music devices, this is what they have. Okay, I think we don't have this iPod anymore. We are on iTunes, Spotify, okay, and we are also very comfortable with this what we call the smart speakers, like you call Alexa, do this and that, okay, or Siri, play me my love songs. See, my Siri now suddenly answer me. Okay.
Here's Best of Me by BTS.
See? No. Okay. All right, ignore that. Now, so yeah, basically you can actually explore this, okay, and you can find this at this particular website. You can just Google it, okay? All right, so this is actually a summary of how the modern family happens, okay, from what we have the Generation X, Y, baby boomers, and also Generation Zs are perhaps staying in one home. These are what they will actually normally do, okay? Now, moving on to the second element, okay, second element in the geographic trend, which is the family structure. Now, family structure, we're talking about the primary family, you know, primary family, right, where you have father, mother, and then the kids, that's all, not the what they call extended family, okay. So nowadays family, many more are, especially in the United States, yeah, divorcing or separating, okay, and there are also a lot of people who choose not to marry nowadays, okay, because they're married to their job, or they are not into commitment. They would prefer just to stay single and mingle around, right? And some of people also choose to marry later, whereby last time perhaps, or when you finish your study, you want to get married, but now people put married later, okay, married life later, because what they want, they want to achieve some financial freedom, okay, they want to build their own career and so on, okay. And there are also people who marry in without intending to have children, okay, because especially in Singapore, for example, babies are so expensive, okay, so that is when they get married, but they don't plan to get or to have any offsprings or children. Okay, and there are also increasing number of working women, whereby the husband and wife both working. All right, so that is when many women also buy household items, not just the man or the guy or the husband buy things from the house. And there are also increasing number of stay-at-home dads, because perhaps they have kids, right? So husband and wife, they are working at first, then suddenly the wife got pregnant, and then you have kids, and then nobody want to take care of the kids, or the cost of taking care of the kids at the childcare center will be expensive. So they decided that instead of getting the mother to become the housewife, they get the father to become the house husband, right? So there are also increasing number of that stays at home or working from home. Next, when you talk about geographic population, yeah, sorry, I wrongly highlighted this particular what they call it, things what you need to know here. This is geographic population, yeah. We're talking about geographic here, where people, increasing number of people moving from the rural area to the metropolitan areas because of better job opportunities. Okay, and this also change where people work because of the geographic location. Yeah, they can actually do telecommuting. Okay, and also home office. And yes, because of this again COVID-19, government, okay, are encouraging companies, okay, as well as us university, for example, to work from home, okay, because yeah, we have better internet connection nowadays, and you don't have to be in the office to do your work anymore. All right, you can do your work anywhere. Next one, when you talk about here is the again population diversity. Yeah, markets are becoming more diverse here because of the international and also national market. Okay, if you go to Shopee, for example, you can see that many overseas sellers, right? No? So overseas sellers, you're talking about if you are the sellers from the overseas, you'll be able to see that your market now not only just in one location, but it could be anywhere, right? And it also includes some ethnicity and also disabled people, where these ethnicities creates the subculture. Okay, create the subculture. A very good example is Indian and Muslim. When they got married, they become the Indian Muslim lah. So when you go for Deepavali, for example, because religion doesn't change your ethnicity. Yeah? If you convert into Muslim, for example, into Islam, it doesn't make you a Malay. All right. So therefore, there's an increasing number of what they call the mama lah, because typically the Indian Muslim are the mama. So because of the Indian, they wear sari. Okay, but in Islam, you can't wear sari because it is so revealing. So that is when they created the kurti, is it? Okay, or the clothes or what they wear are actually according to what the Muslim or Sharia law. Okay, so the food also that they eat, okay, become more exotic. Okay, and when you talk about the increasing number of awareness of the disabled, all right, where they require special needs. If you notice, yeah, there are many more products nowadays that actually helps the disabled to identify the products that they are selling, especially on the packaging. Maybe you didn't realize it, but at certain packaging they also have some what they call it, shapes. Okay, shapes or some how do I explain it? Typically it is shape whereby it can tells the blinds, okay, those people who are blind, when they want to buy things or when they wanted to consume certain products, they know where to open it. Okay, so yeah, that is also in terms of population diversity. Okay, moving on to the economic factor. So this is the second factor. Yeah, the first one just now we have covered social and demographic. So the second one is in terms of economy. Economic environment consists of factors that are affecting consumer purchasing power and spending patterns. of course, I think you know about purchasing power and also spending patterns, right? Because you're an accounting student, right? And we can see that industrial economies are richer markets, and subsistence economies consume most of their own agriculture and also industrial output. Don't worry about this. What you need to worry is about these three economic indicators: the purchasing power, inflation, and recession, which I think you already know what is actually purchasing power. Okay, so purchasing power is actually the value of currency expressed in terms of the amount of goods or services that one unit of money can buy. Okay, so let's say this is an example of McDonald's. I bet you go to McDonald's, right? Not you know how much is the price of McDonald's. Okay, so let me show you here an example. When we talk about purchasing power, those products, yeah, it could be the same product. Why is this not playing? Okay, so these are the prices by country, okay, of McMeals. McMeals could be any it's an average price of McDonald's meal, yeah, where you have the one burger, fries, and also a cup of Coke, for example. Okay, so it's the same product, okay, but a unit of money that needed to buy that particular product is different. So this is currency in US dollar, yeah. So in Switzerland, if you go to McDonald's in Switzerland, you wanted to have a meal at McDonald's, all right, you will need to pay $15.48. Okay, $15 lah, about $15 and a half. The same meal, if you want to have it in, let's say, France. Okay, you see France here. France, where is France? Is out here, France. Okay, in France, it will be $10. Okay, it is the same meal, yeah. We're talking about the purchasing power here. So therefore, that if you want to go to Switzerland, the price will be more expensive compared to when you want to buy in France. And let's say you are in the US itself, here, United States, yeah. The meal will cost you $8. Okay, $8. You want to see Malaysia? Okay, Malaysia is at 94. Here in Malaysia, the same meal that you have to pay $8 just now, $8 in United States, or $15.5 in Switzerland. In Malaysia, you are only paying $3.61. But if you were to convert this $3 into ringgit Malaysia, okay, then you will see that, of course, it's about 15 ringgit, I guess. Malaysia ringgit, mana M? Oops. Here, Malaysia ringgit. Okay. So again, a unit of money in Switzerland, if you want to have McDonald's in Switzerland, the burger, fries, and also your Coke will cost you 64 ringgit. Okay, while if you go to France, just now, where is France here, you will need to pay 41 ringgit 92 cents. If you go to the United States, the price of your burger McD is, and also your fries and Coke, will be 33 ringgit 26 cents. Okay, but in Malaysia, you are paying about 15 ringgit. But if you want to compare with the currency just now in US dollar, it was about 3.6 US dollar, isn't it? So that is when you talk about purchasing power. If you have $1, what can you buy? You have let's say you have $4, you can buy McD already in Malaysia. Okay, but you need $8. Okay, the purchasing power, meaning to say it will be higher in the United States. Okay, when you want to buy McD, you will need $8. Let me change back this one to US dollar. Okay, United States, here $8, right? Okay, so that is about purchasing power. Next, inflation. So what is inflation? Accounting students, you should know what is inflation. Okay, so it is the rate at which the average price level of a basket of selected goods and services in an economy increases over a period of time. Okay, and it is a constant rise in general level of prices where a unit of currency buys less than it did in the prior periods. Still remember? I think you don't remember. You are Generation Z. Okay, I still remember. Okay, back in 2000, for example, if I want to buy a cup of coffee, I still can have RM1 cup of coffee. Yeah? But today, 2020, a cup of coffee, you tell me which shop where can I get a cup of coffee at $1 or RM1? No more. Okay? Or you can ask your parents, ask them, when they go to school last time, how much money do they bring to school? I still remember when I was in primary school, okay, in primary school, I'm not that old lah, okay, tapi, yeah, alright. So, back in 1990s, for example, okay, 1990s, I go to school and bring RM2. That is enough for me the whole day. But today, what can you buy with RM2? Okay, so that is inflation. And how does it actually change the value of the money, okay, towards the same product? Last time, yeah, perhaps 10 years ago, yeah, in 2010, okay, 2010, when I go to shopping and buy some groceries items for RM100, I can have full my trolley, my shopping carts, yeah, trolley I thought sorong dekat apa Imat tu will be full with RM100. But today, RM100, I hardly can get half of the trolley. Alright, so that is when you talk about inflation. Next one is the recession. Okay, recession is when the economy declines. Okay, the economy declines significantly for at least 6 months, where there is a drop in income, employment, manufacturing, and also retail sales. Alright, so what happened is that now we can see that recession is about to start because of this COVID-19. Okay, you will see that the unemployment rates rises because the economy is not doing well. Okay, inflation is getting higher and higher. All right, and people don't really spend because it's expensive. Therefore, shops or companies or factories, they reduce their production, or they close, or they shut down their production. So when they shut down their production, there will be unemployed people because previously people work in that factory or people work in that particular company or that shop. Now the shop closed down, therefore the workers do not have job. That increase the unemployment rate. So when unemployment rate increase, again people do not have money, so they don't buy things, right? So when they don't buy things, a lot of more other shops do not get sales because people don't buy things, right? So therefore business started to close down. Again, when business closed down, yes, people are unemployed. When people are unemployed, nobody buy things because purchasing power falls, all right? And this could actually later tend to have problems with people paying the loans of their house, the cars, and so on, because you don't have income, right? So you can't pay your house. So when you don't pay your house, you're jobless. You are homeless. Okay. So when homeless happen, then you can start to see increase in the crime rates. Okay. And of course, young people, they can't get good job after the school because many businesses goes down. So that is what happened during recession. We are actually in the era whereby now we are entering recession. So you all please save money, okay? Don't simply spend money from your and ask your parents to buy you things that you don't need. All right. Okay, so what happened during those particular period? That is why, okay, marketers realize, okay, when we are in this particular problems, okay, we start to market the product using what we call the value marketing, which we are offering financially cautious buyers a greater value. Okay, where we will combine, okay, the marketers will have the right combination of quality and service at a fair price. Look at this example, Tata Nano. During this kind of economy, right? Okay, people don't want to buy luxury cars anymore. Okay, because luxury products are not necessities. During recession or during the time whereby purchasing power tend to fall, so right, people are looking for things that are really basic, okay, economy things. Okay, but they would prefer things that of course still high quality, okay, but at a very good prices. So that's why they are very sensitive with the price. So that is when marketers, okay, Tata Nano are being produced because it offers same function, which is a car that can commute you from one place to another place, can transport you from one point to another point, okay, at a greater value because it uses less fuel, okay, perhaps it is hybrid car and so on. Right, now moving on to the third factor. Do you still remember the first two factors just now? One we learned just now, social and demographic, and just now was economic. This is the third factor, or the third external marketing environment, which is the technology. Now, technology is the most dramatic force in changing the marketplace. Okay, this was my slide last semester. Okay, I didn't include iPhone 12 now, right? So new products brings new opportunity because of the technology. Yeah, it is changing very fast. It was just last semester, just last year, right? They launched iPhone 11, and few weeks or last week, is it? They just launched iPhone 12. That looks like iPhone 4. But okay, nonetheless, it has a better technology and whatsoever that is been mentioned by Apple, right? And people likes technology, especially Gen Y and also Gen Zs, right? So other than just liking all those new tech, okay, high tech kind of things that are very, how do I say, very fast, okay, because you can't wait to things for loading for so long and so on, okay. People are also concerned for the safety of the new products, okay, because of the new technology. Sometimes it can bring harms to the human body or the environment itself, okay. And of course, you know about the cloud computing. Nowadays people don't use pen drive anymore. Of course, CD, what is CD? Okay, so CD is no longer on demand. Pen drive is also getting cheaper and cheaper. If you know your external hard disk, right? Last time it was so expensive, now it is so cheap because people don't really use some those physical things to store their files or documents or videos anymore. Everything is on the server, okay. You have the clouds, Google Drive, the iCloud, Google Drive, Dropbox, okay, and so many other platforms that you can use to save your items. Okay, next, moving on to political and legal factor. Okay, this is the fourth factor, yeah. Social and demographic was the first that I covered just now, and then we also have the economy, technology. Now number 4 is political and legal. So political environment consists of the laws, government agencies, and the pressure groups that influence or limit various organizations and individuals in a given society. Okay, so legislation regulating businesses. Okay, because of this COVID-19, right? There are changing in the way or the SOPs. Okay, there are many time that our government, our prime minister, our ministers, okay, are mentioning about the following the SOP. So what is SOP? Standard operating procedure. So these are actually laws and regulations that need to be followed by each and every businesses. Okay, previously you can ask people to sit 4 person in a table, but now because of the COVID-19, legally you must make sure that in one table the maximum is 2 person. Okay, increase emphasis on the ethics as well, socially responsible behavior, and also cost-related marketing in the way that it make people feel that, oh, why should I buy this product? because it helps the environment. Why should I buy this product? Because some of the profits from this particular product will be contributed or will be donated to certain NGOs. Okay, remember iPhone Red. Okay, the red iPhone, that is actually to the proceeds, some percentage of the profit from that particular red iPhone will be contributed to the, was it Cancer Society or AIDS Society? All right, so that is actually cost related marketing that is linked to certain causes that people are really concerned about nowadays. Lastly, the competitors. Okay, the C. Competitors, you're talking about how many competitors are there, how big are your competitors, okay, and how interdependent is the industry. How many could include, you can count, what are the other companies that sell the same product like what you are selling, and how big are they? Okay, when you talk about how interdependent is the industry, take an example at let's say AirAsia. Yeah? AirAsia, you know the competitors, of course, Malaysia Airlines. Okay, you have Malindo Air, and all other airlines. Okay, this airline industry is very, what they call, dependent. Okay, dependent with the tourism industry. All right. So because again COVID-19, all right. So what happened? Tourism industry fell off. Okay, of course, tourism industry include the hospitality, like hotels, right? So nobody go to the hotel, or nobody wants to go to holiday overseas anymore because they are scared of this COVID-19. All right. So you can see that this particular industry are all falling down. Yeah, hotels, tourism industry, as well as the airline industry. This is how interdependent will be the industry. Yeah. Now, in these competitors, the element that you need to look at is the competition of your market share and also the profit, because you remember that you are not the only seller. There are many other sellers that sell similar product like yours. So what makes people want to buy from your company? What makes people want to buy your brand? Okay, so regardless of the form of the competitive market, as population growth slows, all right, cost rises, of course, and available resources are tightened, firms might find they must work harder to maintain their profit and also market share. Do you think a lot of people will buy iPhone 12 or not? Okay, now iPhone 12, they're not only just what they call it, competing with Samsung, okay, but because of the Huawei, because of other brands from China, yeah, they are also really competitive, and they are trying to get people buying their smartphone. Okay, so they have to make sure that whatever that they offers, okay, must be something that people can see a significant difference. All right, and if it is just more or less the same, people will just settle for the cheapest one. Right or not? Okay, and in the competition also, you will see global competition. Like again, when I talk about Shopee, for example, you know Shopee very well, right? So you will see that more foreign firms are entering the country, not just physically, yeah, it could be just virtually. They can just sell from China, sell from Indonesia, sell from, I don't know, other places, okay, and bring in better product technology at a better price. So if you are the local company selling the same product, can you compete in terms of your quality and also price with those people from overseas? All right, so that is one thing that you need to really look at, right? Okay, we move on to the second part of this chapter, which is the corporate social responsibility. I hope I can finish everything in just 1 hour. Yeah, I have another 10 minutes. Okay, now we talk about the CSR. Okay, CSR, corporate social responsibility. It is a business concern for society's welfare. Specifically, this concern is demonstrated by managers who consider the long-range best interests of the company. Remember your societal marketing orientation? So this is very much related with that, yeah? So there are 4 types of social responsibility make up the pyramid of corporate social responsibility. Okay, so the pyramid, okay, it starts from the economy, legal, ethical, and philanthropic. So typically I will ask my students in the exercise to draw the pyramid of CSR. Okay, like I mentioned just now, it starts from the economic responsibility. Remember, a pyramid is built up from the bottom. When you build a pyramid, you cannot build on top first, isn't it? So you have the foundation here, below here, okay, and then it goes up to the legal responsibilities, to the ethical responsibilities and philanthropic responsibilities. So every new company, okay, every company, they basically, when they wanted to do the CSR, they will look at the economic responsibility first. Okay, they just want to be profitable with the foundation upon which all others will rest. Meaning to say, if I want to do some corporate social responsibility, will it be economic or not for my company to do that? Will I get any profits or not? Will I be able to sustain my business or not? Okay, so basically in economic responsibility, you don't do much of corporate social responsibility, but your main concern is about the survival of the business itself. Because what you have in mind, perhaps, as long as I can survive this business, I can provide job opportunities. So next, after they have become economic, okay, they would think that, okay, we can make a lot of profit now, right? So they move on to the legal responsibilities. Okay, so these legal responsibilities is where the business, okay, the business itself, the corporate, obey the law. Okay, where the law is society's codification of right and wrong, and they will play by the rules of the game. Okay, when you do these economic responsibilities, sometimes you are doing things that are, not to say illegal, but sometimes you don't follow the law. Okay, but legal responsibility is when you actually do what is actually required. Okay, next one. After you have grow your business, okay, your business become more stabilized. Now you started to do what they call having these ethical responsibilities, which your obligation to do what is right, what is just. Just here means fair lah, okay, and also you are avoiding harm. You are doing beyond what is actually stated by the law, meaning you are being ethical, doing what is right. Okay, so as your company become better and better in terms of the profit, well known, are able to sustain, and you will see that your potential can be growing further, and you already become what they call it, let's say, world company. Okay, well known to everybody. Then you started to become what they call having this philanthropic responsibility, which you become a good corporate citizen, which you will contribute resources to the community and also improve quality of life. So philanthropic is actually you are giving back to the society. Okay, you give what you think that the company can contribute, okay, to the wellness, to the welfare of the community surrounding, okay, and also improving quality of life. Okay, now this is the last slide, I believe. So as a very good example, when this particular company evolved, okay, they evolved from being economic to legal, ethical, and also philanthropic. A very good example is Coca-Cola. I hope you are able to find, okay, a success story of how Coca-Cola become a philanthropic organization, okay, philanthropic company, which they now become a very good corporate citizen. Even, okay, you can see that Coca-Cola, you know Coke, right? It is not good to consume Coke every day. Okay, even every week or so, it's not good to consume Coke because Coke is not good for your health. Remember societal marketing orientation? That is when Coca-Cola has the gut to say to their customers that don't drink Coke anymore. Okay, so that is when they become a good corporate citizen, improving quality of life. And that is when you see now Coca-Cola has a lot of other drinks that are nutritional, okay, that are good for your health. They also started to produce mineral water. they also have juices, right? Yogurt drinks. Okay, so these are the drinks that can be that you can replace, okay, the Coca-Cola with those drinks. They actually contribute to the quality of life of people. That is when Coca-Cola become a philanthropic organization. All right, so please try to do some research. Okay, Google how does Coca-Cola become a philanthropic organization, and you'll be amazed the story of Coca-Cola. They started from being an economic, obeying the law, being illegal, doing what is right, being ethical, and now they become a philanthropic organization. Okay, so that's the end of the slides, and I hope that you are able to understand, okay, everything in this chapter 2. And if you have any questions, please don't forget to ask me so that you are able to answer your quiz later on. Okay, thank you. I'll see you in the next video for our chapter 3. Bye bye.